Hello, everyone. In this lesson, we will learn about the use of clamp meters. Our lesson will be divided into the following sections. 1. What is a clamp meter? 2. The working principle of a clamp meter. 3. Current measurement using a clamp meter. 4. Precautions. The learning objectives for this lesson. 1. To understand the definition of a clamp meter and its role in circuit measurement. 2. To master the working principle and current measurement methods of a clamp meter. 3. To learn how to use a clamp meter correctly and understand the precautions when using it. In circuit repair and maintenance, it is often necessary to measure the current in a circuit. If we use a standard ammeter, we need to connect it in series with the circuit. However, in practical operations, we cannot randomly disconnect the circuit to insert an ammeter. This is where a clamp meter comes in handy, as it allows current measurement without breaking the circuit. Let's learn how to use a clamp meter. A clamp meter, also known as a clamp-on ammeter, is an essential tool for daily maintenance work. It can measure current, voltage, and resistance, among other parameters, with its most common use being current measurement without interrupting the power supply. The current measurement function of a clamp meter combines a current transformer and an ammeter. It is very convenient to use. You simply open the clamp jaws, which allows the core of the current transformer to open when you squeeze the handle. The wire carrying the current to be measured does not need to be cut. It can pass through the gap in the opened core. When you release the handle, the core closes, and the wire becomes the primary coil of the current transformer, inducing a current in the secondary coil. Next, let's look at the structure of a clamp meter, which includes a dial, a switch, and clamp jaws. Practical demonstration. Before using the clamp meter, we need to ensure personal protection. Since this involves live electrical work, you should wear a safety helmet, work clothes, insulated shoes, and insulated gloves. Additionally, a designated person should supervise the live work. Before measuring, prepare yourself and check the instrument. Place the instrument flat and check if the pointer is at the 0 mark. Place the clamp meter horizontally on a table. The pointer on the dial should point to the 0 mark. If it doesn't, perform mechanical zero adjustment. Use a screwdriver to adjust the central 0 knob on the clamp meter until the pointer points to the 0 mark. This step is called mechanical zeroing. Currently, the pointer is at the 0 mark. Next, check whether the clamp meter is qualified and whether it is damaged. We can see that the clamp meter is structurally complete, has no appearance defects, the clamp jaws are tight and clean without rust, the knob operates smoothly, the pointer returns to 0 and deflects normally, and it comes with a quality certificate. After inspection, the clamp meter is ready for use. Now, let's learn the steps for measuring current with a clamp meter. 1. When the current is unknown, set the range to the maximum, 500 amperes. 2. If the pointer is not within the readable range, reduce the range and measure again. 3. Continue reducing the range if the pointer is still not readable, until you reach the smallest range, 5 amperes. If the pointer is still not readable, perform a loop measurement. 4. To read the current. The final measured current value divided by the number of loops gives the current value for a single wire. Practical demonstration. Next, we will use this clamp meter to measure the operating current of a 3-phase asynchronous motor. Nowadays, in the industrial sector, digital clamp meters are commonly used to measure the operating current of electrical equipment, so we will use a digital clamp meter for this measurement. Before use, select the appropriate range. The rated current of the motor is 4 amperes, so select the smallest range of 40 amperes. When the current is unknown, start with the largest range and adjust downwards. Also, check if the digital display screen is intact, and repeatedly close the clamp jaws to ensure there are no gaps. Next, we move to the operating three-phase asynchronous motor and measure the operating current of phase A by placing the wire in the center of the clamp jaws. The current value in amperes will be displayed on the digital screen. If no number is displayed, it indicates that the range selected is too high. Use the same method to measure the operating current of phases B and C. After measuring the operating current of the three-phase asynchronous motor, we found that the three-phase currents are balanced and the sound is normal, indicating that the motor is operating normally. When measuring current with a clamp meter, we need to pay attention to the following points. 1. When changing the range, the wire must be removed. Do not change the range with the current running, as this could cause an electric shock or damage the meter. 2. There may be slight differences in each phase's current. Perfect precision is not achievable. 3. The clamp jaws of the clamp meter should close tightly during measurement. If the pointer shakes, reopen and close the clamp jaws. If the shaking still exists, carefully check and remove any debris or dirt from the clamp jaws. Then, when measuring small currents, for more accurate readings, you can wrap the current carrying wire several times around the jaws if conditions permit. 4. When measuring small currents, you can loop the current carrying wire several times through the clamp jaws. The actual current value is obtained by dividing the reading by the number of coils. 5. After measurement, turn the switch to the off position or the highest range for safe use next time. Today, we have learned about the definition of a clamp meter, its working principle, current measurement methods, and precautions during its use. I hope you can apply this knowledge to your practical work and continuously improve your professional skills. At the same time, always remember the principle of safety first and cultivate a rigorous work attitude, which is a fundamental quality we should have as future electricians. After the lesson, please think about how to combine the use of a clamp meter with actual work scenarios to better master this skill. Thank you for listening. See you in the next lesson.